Hi, it's Morgan and welcome to the Dove's Nest. In today's video, we are decluttering my kitchen. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Morgan Dove and I am a self-proclaimed hot mess mom. Our house is a mess and I am currently on a 2-week mission to purge and declutter my entire home. If you'd like to start from the beginning and watch some of these videos, they're a bit insane. And I will link the playlist up here. Today we are working on decluttering my kitchen. I mentioned in a previous video that our house flooded last spring and by Christmas Eve it was functional. We were able to start unpacking some of the boxes that all of our belongings were in and start to use our kitchen again. However, there are still quite a few boxes that I haven't unpacked. I don't know what's in them. It's probably crap, but I need to go through them and purge and get rid of some things. What I have found in my kitchen is that everything that's in there right now is plenty. There's not a lot of extra stuff that I need in my kitchen, and I think these boxes kind of have some of the fluff, you know, like cupcake pans or cake tins or, you know, random serving trays that I don't use every day, but I think I can get through throwing away a lot of them. So while it's not a full kitchen declutter, it's still more of an unboxing and declutter with me video today, but that's okay. I think I've still got 3 or 4 big moving boxes that I need to get through. So if you are interested in following me along on this journey, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. And if you have something to declutter, let me know in the comments. What are you working on today or this week or kind of putting off until next month? Because let's be honest, that's what I do. If you like to just watch these videos as you're cleaning and find them highly inspirational and motivational, I'm the exact same way. I usually will turn a video on my phone or my laptop and just have it playing as I work, and I just find that it really helps the time to go by faster and makes the task seem not so daunting because it's almost like you have a friend there to talk to while you're cleaning. So I love having these videos on in the background. If you've got something to clean, let's go do it. Alright, as you can see, I'm getting started with the mess here on the kitchen table. All of this stuff was actually in a giant box, but one of our friends was moving and needed moving boxes. And so my husband just dumped everything out of the box and left it on the kitchen table, and it's been sitting here for about 2 weeks. Rather than getting overwhelmed by all of the crap, I'm sort of just picking through what I can see at the very top doesn't belong in my kitchen, and I was taking that out of the room. And now I'm just kind of cleaning off some of these bottles. They've been in a box since June of 2019, so they're pretty dusty, these olive oils and things. And now I'm going through, and this whole box was mostly old sippy cups and kids' dishes and pieces of bottle. We haven't actually used bottles in our home since my son was a baby, and he chewed through all of the nipples, so we don't actually have a full set to make a bottle. We have the rings and the bottle cup part, but no nipples. We've got bottle lids, and so I'm sort of just going through everything, throwing away the pieces that we don't have. I tried to piece together a couple of the sippy cups, but we're sort of beyond that stage as well. Then in this bag, I thought it was mostly trash, but I did find a whole pile of bibs, and since we've got another baby coming in July, I figured we would save those bibs for now. And I do want to apologize about my voice if I sound a little bit congested. I've been to urgent care with my kids 3 separate times this week. Once for pneumonia, once for the flu, and now once for an ear infection just this morning. So I think I'm finally catching something that was floating around the waiting room, and I'm really congested, so my voice sounds a bit off. Like I said, I'm going through and just sort of picking out the kids' dishes that we want to keep. Now, when we redid our kitchen, it was really important to me to have a special place where we could keep the kids' dishes, somewhere where they could reach them, they could easily grab, you know, their utensils or a bowl or a plate or a cup. This space also allows them to help me unload the dishwasher and put their own dishes away. So it's awesome. If you don't have a space for your kids' dishes, I highly recommend it. Next, I'm working in these 2 white baskets. Now, these are all of my like pumping supplies. So there's like, you know, those little 2-ounce bottles, there's breast pump covers, there's the little suction things. We have so many nursing supplies that I'm just going through. Most of them are still in wrappers. So everything that was still in a wrapper I kept, and then everything that was kind of open and grungy looking, I'm throwing away. Again, I'm just picking through everything, keeping what I want to, getting rid of what I don't. And you will see that I filled up an entire trash bag just just on the one box of kids' dishes. Another bag of trash for another declutter day. Now I'm just taking everything that I'm keeping over to the sink where I'm going to wash all of it before I put it back in our cabinets. Again, it's been in a box since June. Everything's a little bit dusty, so I'm gonna have quite a few dishes to wash today. Finishing up this box by just taking everything out of the kitchen that doesn't belong there, some kids' art projects and things, and then getting rid of that bag of trash. And then these are actually Christmas dishes, so I'm putting those away with where I keep my Christmas dishes under the cabinet. And then lastly is that box of nursing supplies that I'm keeping before I move on to the next box. This box was everything that was in our old junk drawer. You know how everybody has that like random drawer in their kitchen with pens and scissors, and some people's junk drawers are really nicely organized. Mine was not. So you can see there's random napkins. This was an invitation suite that I photographed. A calligrapher sent them to me to photograph. We have random medications. I mean, there's just all kinds of crap in here, and it ended up filling up that bag. So you can see there's like a whole box of applesauce lids. Why do we need a whole box of applesauce lids? I was actually using them as manipulatives in our like homeschool math, but then I never got around to doing anything with them, so I'm now just gonna throw them all away because we don't really need them anymore. There's a pair of socks, there's some old checkbooks and things. There's just so much crap that was in that junk drawer. It's amazing to see how much could actually fit in a drawer. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through, and again, I'm just sorting the things that I want to keep. This little tin is really cool. I made it a few years ago. It's magnetic printing paper, and so what I did was I sort of made labels, and I put dinner ideas on every label and then printed them on magnet paper, and that way when I was meal planning I could just go through that little tub and pick out magnets and stick them on my calendar, and that's how I did my meal planning for a long time. I may go back to that system, we'll have to see. You can see there's things like photographs in there, old planning journals, a picture frame that's broken. Now those pieces of loose notebook paper I'm actually keeping. Those are old meal plans, and so I keep those. I keep those because if we like a meal, I be sure to just kind of put a mark next to it, and then I can reference it for the next time I need some ideas for dinners. And then after a while, once I get the recipe in my recipe binder, I will throw them away. So moving on to the next box, this is sort of our Tupperware and then my tumbler box. This was all in one drawer as well. I drink a Dr. Pepper every day, and I love having it in my big tumblers. I don't like to drink out of glassware because I think it makes the flavor of the drink taste different. Does anybody else have funny quirks like that? If so, tell me in the comments, what's your funny quirk? I just don't like glassware, so I always have my plastic tumblers with me. These ones are so cool. They were limited edition from Starbucks, and they actually change color when you put cold drinks in them, so they get really funky, and everybody always thinks I'm drinking these funky color drinks, but really it's just Dr. Pepper. I'm keeping that stuff, taking it again over to the sink so that it can be washed, and then putting away some random things like aluminum foil. And now we're moving on to the next box. As always, in this box, there's a bunch of random things, but also that whole stack of papers right there is meal plans with recipes attached. And then I have some recipe cards. I'm not going to keep the recipe tin because I use a recipe binder now, so I'm just pulling out all of the cards that I want to keep. And then I have a bunch of cookbooks here. I don't need a whole cookbook about hot dogs. And then there's some supplements here that have to do with nursing and pregnancy. I'm now going to put the cookbooks in our pantry because they won't fit in our cabinet, and I am moving on to that last box. Now this box was kind of that fluff cooking stuff that I mentioned. It's got cupcake tins. I never make cupcakes or muffins. Probably should. There's some cake pans, there's some old Tupperware, there's a bunch of like party serving dishes. But this box, you can see I'm kind of grossed out by it because everything is covered in like 2 inches of dust from drywall and construction. And so what I'm doing is the stuff I'm keeping, I'm just leaving in the box or setting aside. That's all the stuff that I'm keeping, and I'm gonna have to wash it. And then everything I'm putting in the box to the right is for the trash. So now I'm gonna take everything over to my sink so that I know it needs to get washed. You guys, This is everything that I'm getting rid of, that I just decluttered out of those boxes. It feels so good to get rid of all that crap. Just think, that's all dishes that I never have to wash again, or Tupperware that I never have to clean up again. It's such a good feeling. Now I'm just going through and cleaning off my table because there was some dust and paper particles and other grossness that fell off on my table. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean all that. My little gremlins are coming in to tell me that they're hungry. It's about lunchtime, so we'll probably eat after I'm finished with this cleaning project. And it didn't take long. It only took about 45 minutes to do this whole declutter project. Okay, I'm done. The boxes are all emptied and what I can put away is put away. And as you can see, I have a lot of dishes to do. For the sake of the length of this video, I'm not going to show that today, but wish me luck, because that's a lot of dishes. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am having like the worst and the best time in this Extreme Home Declutter project, right? Like, I'm having the worst time because it's literally the worst, especially yesterday when I decluttered my car. That was a nightmare. It was mortifying for me, but also it's the best feeling. It just feels so good to see all of this stuff leaving my house, because let's be honest, this stuff is the junk that is constantly dirtying my home. It's the stuff that's always out, that always seems to be exploding all over my floors, or, you know, my closet or my bathroom or whatever room, taking up space in my laundry routine. And it's so nice to just have it get out the door. Isn't it incredible to see these bags and boxes of stuff that you don't even need leave your life? Because all I can think about when I see them in that big garbage pile is, goodbye, I never have to pick you up again. It's so wonderful. Like, I just am feeling such a huge weight off my shoulder. And I know we're only a few days in and we've got 2 full weeks of decluttering, but already, like, I just feel so much more happy. If you're interested in continuing with me on my declutter journey, as well as the rest of my FlyLady baby steps, building my habits and daily routines, zone cleaning, full day clean with me videos, etc., be sure to click that subscribe button and stay tuned, because I have got all of that coming. I have enough videos to get me through July. I think I have 103 videos that I'm currently in the process of filming. So again, you're gonna wanna subscribe and click that notification bell. And as always, thank you so much again for joining me. I hope you got a little bit done today. If so, give yourself a nice pat on the back. And I will see you in my next video.